Hello? Is this thing on? How do I sound? I only ever use this when I try to say something profound. As I search for the words and struggle at that, what enters my mind is what first allowed me the spat. My tone, my speech, my vocals, my voice. As great as it turned out, I've always had little choice. When I was born, it was a shrieking whine, an ambulance siren blaring all the time. Then I grew past toddler, and wider too, using my words for something that wasn't begging for food. I was trebly and nasally, as most were that age, but to my nerd cred, it definitely added a page. This dorky Poindexter had enough on his plate. Add, sounds a little like Squidward to can't get a date. But before I knew it, puberty hit. Stretched just like taffy and, well, built like a stick. But my changing body, it wasn't alone. My once squeaky tenor went full baritone. And as luck would have it, my luck did change. Finally came that day when someone recognized my range. Stiff on a stage, extemporaneously speeching. Right then was the day I thought I found my calling. But then came a day that I'll never forget. I was in an audition for an audience yet set. It had been months since I transferred. I was a little rusty, but what I heard that day, it still hasn't left me. Thanks for your time, but we'll have to pass. With your limited knowledge on the subject, you'd barely last. I was content with that. I truly was unprepared. It was a contest on science. I spoke of cloned sheep, and they stared. But no, that wasn't the end. They just had to console me. You have a great voice though, just ask us three. Hearing those words, strange what happened next. From then on, I developed a crippling complex. I felt boiled down, ignored, objectified, as if what little confidence I had left in me shriveled up and died. I wasn't eloquent, witty, let alone intelligent. I was just a set of vocal cords, there for amusement. From then on, it never left my mind. You just sound good. There's nothing of note inside. This anxiety sparked something within, changing exactly who I was, depending on who I'm with. When speaking to an adult, I gave a flat monotone. They aren't curious. In your interest, you're alone. And when it came to women, I turned up the chauvinist. The only way I could give them comfort was when I became their best. And don't get me started on how I sound with people now. Being told my English was too fast made my accent hit like Pacquiao. With the Spanish, the Koreans, and bloody hell, the Brits too. The one thing I kept trying to sound like? It was you. Being special for the wrong reason made me not want to be me. From the shackles of typecasting, all I wish was to be set free. I didn't want to just be the narrator. Please, bring me back to normality. But as I lived longer, more patient, arguably wiser too, I realized what potential this seemed curse had. As if on cue. With little effort, I was easy on the ears, sultry. A voice for the masses. A voice for me. For a voice isn't just simply audible window dressing. It's also a channel for expressing your messaging. Recall the words worth saying, not spoken correctly. People fear public speaking, not composing adeptly. While poets of yore caught audiences with their prose, it's my vibrato, my projection that keeps people on their toes. And at the edge of their seat, they aren't just hearing. You reel them in with ASMR. You trick them into listening. That's where the story ends, or so I'd say. If only self-doubt so easily went away. For a longer while, I'll still be doubting my being profound. But for now, I ask again. How do I sound?